So I have the bucket and this piece of a plastic bottle. And then I went looking for a plastic tube. The same. And then I start. It's the law of the communicating vessels I use. So taking some water. And checking. Yeah, it's fine. First I take the back because this is where charcoal lives, the bristle nose. And she has a lot of waste. So I clean that first. I have to be careful for the fry of the guppies and the fry of the platies, but also the young shrimp I have blue dream shrimp. So I try not to kill anybody. Be careful with the plants. I'm gonna leave already. Oh, damn it. Yeah. Then I push the piece of the bottle into the how do you call it, the bottom, and turn a little bit, and I go slowly up. You will see it in a minute. I'm not too fast because a lot of waste comes out of the little stones. And I put this quietly back because charcoal is still inside. You can't see her, I think. She lives here for 8 years now. Then I move gently. I don't do this every week because it gives a lot of stress for everybody who's living in this Java moss. But also a lot of waste is produced. A lot of waste is left behind in this piece of nature. So just checking if I have any shrimp. And then I go slightly up and down again, a little further. I don't go completely up until now. I let it go. So I'll look for a piece of where none of the shrimp are sitting. I'll check if you have more light like this. And I push it in, slowly come out. Then I don't go all the way up, so none of the shrimp can actually get into the plastic piece of bottle. I see a lot of bubbles coming out, so it's time I was doing this. Little bubbles are not a good sign. It's a sign. Oh, shrimp. Ooh, more shrimp. It's a sign. Bubbles are a sign that poisoning gases are developing. So when you do this with Java moss, you also have to be careful it doesn't end up beneath the soil. Shrimp. You saw that? Little shrimp. It was not so little. So normally I take this one out also, but I'm not sure if I can. No, it's too heavy. I leave it for this week. I feel there's a lot of stress. I put a piece of Java moss online to sell. because now with this kind of weather, the summer, the heat is growing very fast. Normally I have half of this piece, so it's becoming too much. So I put the driftwood back. So the driftwood is for the bristle noses I have in this tank. They need it for digestion. Sometimes some dirt or moss gets inside the plastic bottle, and then you just put it out, or you let it flow, and then you can take it out afterwards. So now I'm going for the piece where the Krusty Krab was standing. I guess I will be having shrimp in my bucket. I try to save every shrimp, how tiny they are, because for me it's life, and life is important. They cannot help it if they get stuck. So I think everybody deserves that chance of being safe from that. When you pass in the sink, you die anyway. When you throw it back in, they get eaten. But once in a while, a tiny shrimp can make it back to this Java moss. So he gets that second chance. I have a lot of moss in the bottle. There we go again. Oh, I need to, you see, now the filter is producing the water on top of the little plants after the duckweed. So I'll tear out the filter because it's not good for the duckweed. That was the little project. Duckweed. I had 6 leaves in total. The bucket is full. It's already full. I'm not done yet. So this side I still have to do. Maybe I should leave it. But I saw there was a platy who's feeling not good, has clamped fins. So I need to do this water change quietly. So for the duckweed, I had 6 leaves of duckweed accidentally retrieved while buying 6 black mollies in a school, the school of my son. They sell the animals they have in the terrarium, so they have many fish also. And there was accidentally a little duckweed. Now I have plenty, so I'll be selling that also. I'll be selling it too, but for now I need to move this little bucket of water. Oh, I put it here because normally I manage to do the whole bucket. Now I was too slow because I am informing you guys with this live video. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, I can look. I can check, but I still haven't found how to chat while typing, so I will have to answer spoken. I'll be back soon. Just taking some duckweed out of the bucket, as I am intending to sell it. I never leave. So I'll be back quickly. So I'm back. I'm doing the same process again. With the communicating vessels. I love it. It's so easy. So and there we go again. I'll close this for you guys so you have more light. And then I go further like this, gently going up. This is the cheapest way for me to clean my tank. You can buy stuff like this online or in pet shop stores, but how it's done is mostly the same way. The only difference sometimes is you have to put your hand in the tank. It's not always safe to do that, so please don't do this when you're having little wounds on your fingers, on your hands. So me, I have to check every time before I do it, because I don't bite my nails, I bite the flesh around my nails. It's a very bad habit. But because of that, I often have wounds on my fingers, sometimes from work. I also have some wounds. Then I decide to wait 1 or 2 days to clean the tank, because you're still in the water of fish who have diseases, who produce waste. As I say, they live in their own waste. Yeah. So you be careful. So I think I have about everything. I still see little bubbles coming up. How is it possible? I'm overcrowded with my fish tank. I'm sure of that. Because of the big filtration I have, it's not much of a bit of a problem when it comes to waste. So there was nothing alarming in the water test, water parameters. But I think it's still important to clean up a bit, as fish need fresh water. So this is what I mostly do. Ooh, they're tasting my hand. Now for the hose to come out without too much duckweed and my hand, I have to put the home of the loaches back. This is the house of the loaches. It was the house of the bristlenose. After this one was too small, she lived there. Then it got too small. She grew. We got her at not even an inch tall. So she was a kid. And then she moved here to the coconut. And then I got 2 zebra loaches to clean up the snails, the snail apocalypse. And they moved there, so Nosy had to move again. But I have many places to live for Nosy. Yeah, I'm there, almost. As good as. Yeah. Yep. Taking out. So now it will take a lot of time for me to look in the bucket of old water, what animals are in there, shrimplets, or maybe a little fish. But first, I clean the inside. With this card that has no meaning anymore because they stopped working here. Yeah, it was real pain. They didn't had a lot of profit selling games, so they closed the shops, so we don't have one anymore around. That was our client card. Now I use it for cleaning the glass on the inside. But still the duckweed comes down with me. So it's stressful work for all of them who live here. It's a little sad. Yeah. So maybe now you see how much duckweed I have. Oh, it's a lot of duckweed. Yeah. The other side. Oh, my valise area is too big. Big plant. The way. Yeah, like this. That'll do it. Voilà. I have duckweed everywhere. Now I understand why nobody wants duckweed in their tank. Yeah, but still I see the benefits of it. As you have to know, it cleans a lot of waste. I like to work with nature, not with products. The only product I use is the AquaSafe, because I use tap water in my tank and also rainwater. So for the tap water, generally when you add fresh water, it has to be fish safe. And for me, AquaSafe works best. the duckweed won't come off totally. So now for the hand. Oh, touching some fish. They don't mind. They're like little Jack Russell dogs, the guppies. Platties remind me of little boxes. I don't know if anybody else thinks about it that way. I link them to dogs, even though I have no dog. There we have it. So I have to check upon the water in the bucket. Oh, duckweed everywhere. Silly duckweed. Oh. I will show you the product I have. So for first time in a row, I bought the big bottle. You need 5 milliliters in a bucket of 10 liter. And it's cheaper when it's bigger. But as I have to look in the water, this will take some minutes. I will have to leave you all. It's no point keep staying online. I don't know. Maybe I can. I'm not sure. I can do anything I want. But is it interesting? I don't think so. Yeah, duckweed. And voila. Now I go check up on the water. Not a single food online. Big foods. Foods. So for those who are interested, I have here, can you see it? The shock of his life. One of my Platykids. Damn it. Why did you go inside it? So I hope it won't get eaten. Hop, hop. Yeah. Saved. Yeah, it's saved. So here in this tank, every life matters. So happy it worked. It's not eaten. I saw some shrimp. So I'm going back. Up. So now that I'm done, I'm taking out some old water. I need this temperature meter to check up on the new water I'm adding, because it's better when it's the same temperature. So I look at this. It's degrees Celsius. 25. Wow. So again, I use the law of communicating vessels. So what do? I put the fresh water in the bucket higher on the table. I will show you like this. And then comes out here. And to do this, you can do it slowly, so it doesn't give a lot of stress. Like this. You can do a little more. So it takes half an hour, which is fast. So I'll show you the law of communicating vessels. Put in the fresh water, there's still some duckweed. And then it flows in just like that. So now I have time to make dinner. You can see they have no zoomies. Zoomies happen when there's going oxygen with the new water inside the tank. Then they get all excited. For me, this is no excitement. Well, I mean for the fish. So this means they are happy like this. This gives them no stress at all. And also for the shrimp, they don't go swimming like nuts. They just stay calm. But you cannot do this for 2 hours because the filter I had to put down because it was pushing all the duckweed under the water level. So for now, this is just a matter of waiting. I could show you also the way of how I clean my filter, because in a week of time it's full of blubber, but that will be for another time. So now the tank is filling. You cannot see much of the filling, like this. The water runs slowly, so I don't stress the shrimp. But you can also enjoy the fish just swimming quietly, peacefully, while the tank is filling. So I'll be working on making my dinner, which asks a little bit of time. So this is also the time the tank is filling up with new water. A little boring, but I like the view. So if you want to see fish zoomies, look like this. No. And then you have fish zoomies. See? Then they come look, because it makes noise and it moves the water more on the water. So there was no waste in the water when I did the parameter test. There were no threatening numbers. But because of the heat, I decided to do a water change. One fish is not feeling well. She's swimming there. Or it's a he. Is it a he? Yeah, it's a he. The red one. He has clamped fins, you see? So I believe it's from the water. So that's why I decided to do a water change, even though it's not necessary.